Hello everyone, it's Dr. Minako, and today I want to talk to you about sleep and your immune system. Sleep is one of the most underrated but important pillars of our health. It is important for many things: our memory, our physical performance, rest and repair of our physical and mental health. Today I'm talking about sleep in the context of our immune systems. Our bodies cannot properly function without sleep, and this is especially true for our immune system. So why do we sleep? We spend 1/3 of our lives asleep. And while we're asleep, we can't search for food, we cannot protect ourselves, we can't protect our children, and we cannot procreate. So evolutionarily, it makes no sense. In order to preserve sleep, something extremely important to our survival must be occurring. We can survive 30 to 40 days without any food, but the longest we can live without sleep is only 11 days. Rats that were kept awake for 2 weeks will die invariably in about 2 weeks. So while we sleep, what happens? 1, our brain stores new information and gets rid of toxic waste. 2, our hormones are released to restore energy, repair cells, and improve our mental and physical resilience. And number 3, our immune system is activated. So sleep protects us against the common cold. Most of us know that our immune system doesn't work as well when we lack sleep, but it's actually been scientifically proven. In an incredible clinical study, healthy volunteers were quarantined and administered nasal drops containing rhinovirus. So that's the cold virus. And those individuals that usually sleep greater than 7 hours a night, they rarely got sick. They only had a 17.2% chance of getting sick, while almost half, 45.2% of the volunteers who slept less than 5 hours a night ended up getting the cold. They got the rhinovirus. So when it comes to sleep, consistency is key, but even one night of lack of sleep can make a difference. Reducing from 7 hours of sleep to 5 hours of sleep for just one night actually reduced natural killer cell activity by 72%. And regular sleep after getting a vaccination resulted in 2 times higher the antibody rates for hepatitis A vaccine than if you got one night of sleep deprivation. So, how much sleep is optimal for our immune function? Like with physical activity, consistency as well as getting the right amount appears to be key. Having both less than 7 hours and more than 9 hours were both associated with higher risk of respiratory illnesses. And having a normal circadian sleep-wake cycle, along with good quality sleep, appears to be key. With 7 to 9 hours, the right amount for optimal health for most adults. So rather than stress about the numbers of hours, which can be difficult for those whose sleep doesn't come easily, try creating what we call an 8-hour sleep opportunity. So even if you're not actually sleeping, you're giving your body the chance of getting sleep for 8 hours. Sleep is so linked to our immunity that the WHO actually classified night shift work with a disruption of your circadian rhythm as a probable human carcinogen. So I'm going to give you 6 tips for good sleep. So starting with the lowest hanging fruit, number 1, you want to cut back on drinking too much caffeine and alcohol. So caffeine has a 6-hour half-life, which means that if you drink a cup at noon, a quart of that is still circulating in your body at 9 p.m. So enjoy your caffeine in the morning. Alcohol might also put you to sleep more quickly, but your sleep becomes shallower and it disrupts your deep and your REM sleep. So you want to stay active, number 2, and get some sunlight during the day. This will keep your circadian rhythms in check. Number 3, no screens before bedtime. So the blue light that's emanating from your TVs, your phones, your computer screens, they emulate sunlight, and it prevents our brains from secreting melatonin, our natural signal to go to sleep. Number 4, you want to keep your bed for sleep and sleep only, and keep it comfortable. This is called sleep hygiene. If you're accustomed to using your bed for reading, working, watching television, you're actually training yourself that the bed is not necessarily just for sleep. Also, keeping the temperature cool helps keep your body cool down, which also naturally helps while we sleep. Number 5, you want to have a bedtime routine. We do this for our kids to form better sleep habits, so why not for grown-ups too? So you want to take dinner about 3 hours before bedtime so that your body isn't busy trying to digest. Take a bath. Reading and winding down prior to sleeping will create good habits for grown-ups as well as kids. So finally, 6, what about sleep aids or supplements? So generally, I don't recommend any chemical sleep aids, as most of them, like alcohol, will disrupt healthy, restful sleep. However, as a short-term solution, there is some data to show that some protein, like warm milk or a slice of cheese, might be helpful if you're having trouble sleeping at night. Glycine, which is an amino acid, increases serotonin, and it can be found in high-protein foods like fish, meat, eggs, beans, and cereals. And taking more glycine has also been shown to reduce some signs and symptoms of insomnia. Melatonin. Right? Melatonin is naturally produced in our bodies at night, and this can actually be supplemented short-term and may be particularly beneficial, especially when you are jet lagging and reducing the jet lag. And then finally, CBD oil from the hemp plant has also shown to work in the short term to help sleep without interfering your sleep cycles. All of these, the data has been shown really for short-term use. And generally, we want to improve our lifestyle so that we get good, natural sleep. So sleep is so underrated, but is such an important pillar of our health. And for me, at least, it's the one that's easiest for me to work on. So for improved immunity, for physical recovery, and both mental and physical resilience, I hope that you try some of these tips and give yourself an 8-hour sleep opportunity. So stay tuned for more great health tips. Come and work with me if you want to optimize your health. You can find me at drminako.com, and I share lots of great tips on social media at Dr. Minako on Facebook and Instagram. If you're interested in immunotherapy for cancer, come visit us at the Tokyo Cancer Clinic. Thanks so much for watching.